Hello friends, welcome back. Today we will learn about yet another Excel application which is the logical functions of if and or in Excel. But before that, do subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon, like, share and support me. So let's start. So, the if function is the most powerful function of all Excel functions in Excel, commonly referred to as conditional programming. It is the if function that enables us to introduce the logical thinking into any formula or program. So, let's start how to use the if function. So, what does it do? This function tests a condition. If the condition is met, it is considered to be as true, and if the condition is not met, it is considered to be as false. So, depending upon the result, one of the two actions will be carried out. So, moving further, we must know what are the logical operators which we use to define the if function. First is equal to, which is example is a1 is equal to d1. Second one is greater than, which is a1 is greater than the d1. Third is greater than or equal to, which means a1 is greater than or equal to the value of d1. Fourth one is less than, which means a1 value is less than d1. Fifth one is less than or equal to, which means a1 is either less or equal to the value of d1. And last but not equal is not equal to, which means a1 is not equal to d1. So moving further, let's understand what is the syntax or the expression we use to define the if function, which is if we will do the logical test and if the value is true or the value is false. So logical test is a value or logical expression that can be evaluated as true or false. Then what a value is true. This is an optional function. That means it will return the output if the value is true, and if false, it is again an optional function if the value is false. Like this is my expression. If the value is true, then it will give me a result B, and if the value is false, it will give me a result as C. In a simple way, we can say that if condition, action if true, or action if false. For example, I have put a value here as 69 and I have given a formula. If this value is greater than 70, the output should come as pass, or if the value is not equal to or greater than or equal to 70, then the output should be as fail. So I have put in the value as 69, so my output has come as fail. Now if I put my value as 70, the output has become as pass. So how do we write the expression, which is very important? For example, to write the expression, we'll go to the function key. Okay, we'll select the if function. We'll click go to. Now it says search for a function, which means we'll write if. Okay. So we have found the function as if. We'll click OK. Now what is the logical test? Logical test is my C1 will put this value greater than equal to 70. So what should the value become if the equation is true? It should write as pass. Okay. And what if the value becomes false? It should write as fail. Okay. And we'll click OK. So my function has become pass because my value is 70. And if I put it as 68 and press enter, the value becomes false. So this is how we write the expression of if function in our formula. Now things to remember. while using this if statement. Okay, so first one is the if the value is true. Okay, we can, if the value is true, is omitted, that is we do not write this function after the first comma, the function returns the zero value. And when the condition is met, so if we see the example, if b41 is greater than 10, then we have written as nothing, or if the value is not greater than 10, it should return me as bad. Okay, so first example is I have mentioned the value as 23, so the result has become given me the output as 0. Okay, so which means I have, it has not returned me any value but a 0. So we have to be careful while using the if statement how we want our output to come. And if I put the value as say 8, it has shown me as bad. And if I given the value as 10, again bad. Why? Because this value is greater than 10 but not equal to. And if I put my expression as say 11, again 0 value. So we have to be very careful. So what if I want my output to return a empty cell? If the value is true, give me an empty cell. Okay. So what the expression, our expression should be like, if b45 is greater than 10, then in double inverted commas, and then output is bad. So when the output will come, it will give me empty cell or a blank cell, because we have given the expression as when the value is true as empty. Okay, if we want the empty, say if the value is greater than 10, it should return me as good. Okay, see, the output has come as good. And if the expression is bad or the expression is false, the output should return as bad. Same lies with the false statement also. Here again I have written as, if b54 is greater than 10, the output should be good, else I have written nothing. See, here nothing is written, so what the output will come as false. Okay, if I would have written as here comma and nothing like we did in the true statement, the output has come as 0. And if we want our output to come as a blank cell or an empty cell, we have to write the expression as good. Okay, so which means if my this value is true, then the output should be good, else the output should come as a empty cell, which is a blank cell. So this is how we write if else. If else, if this is true, then true is this, else the value is false. Okay, so hope you are getting me. So we'll move on. Let's see a few examples. Okay, here I have written the name of the salesperson, their sales value, and the target. So what my formula says, if this value is greater than or equal to the target value, if the sales value is greater than or equal to the target value, the output is achieved, else the output is not achieved. Okay, so here for Anita, her sales value is 1000 and the target value is 5000. So she has not achieved her target. So the output has come not achieved. For Bobby, the sales value is 6000 but the target value is 5000 only. So he has achieved his target because my value has become true here. Okay. Now say for Chandni, her sales value are 2000 but her target value are 4000. So again, she has not achieved her target. What if we change her value? Say I'll make her value as 4000 only. Okay. So See, she has met the target. So her result is she has achieved her target. Now we'll see another example. Here we'll give the salesperson the commission. Okay. So what the commission is, if the sales are greater than or equal to the target value, the commission is 10% of the sales value. Else, if the sales value do not reach the target value, the commission is only the 5% of the sale. So what is our formula says? If this value is greater than this value, the commission value is 10% of the sales value. Else, if not, the sales value is 5% of the sales value. Okay, understood the formula? If the target sales value is greater than or equal to a target value, then if the condition is true, the output is, or the commission value is 10% of the sales value. Else, or if the target is not achieved, the commission is 5% only. Okay, if or else. Always remember, if else, if else. Ye nahi to ye. Okay, in our local language. If else. Simple, nothing hi-fi. If else. If you do this, then okay. If you don't do this, it's bad. Okay, so moving for the example. Here for Anita, again the sales value is 1000 and the target value is 5000, but so her commission is 50 rupees. For Bobby, the sales value is 6000, the target value is 5000, so he has achieved the target value, so his commission is rupees 600. Similarly for Chandani, our sales value are 3000, 2000 say, and the target value is 4000, so she has not achieved her sales target, so her commission is 50% of 2000, that is rupees 100. Okay, so now we move on another example. Now we'll work with the text values. Okay, one more thing to remember, that the if statement is case insensitive by default. Okay, which means that your logical test of the text value do not recognize the case, that is, it is the in uppercase or in the lower case while using the if formula. Okay, so here I have written the formula as if b100, that is this value, is equal to delivered. Remember this, how we have written is in the small letters only. If it true, then the output is yes, and if it is false, the output is simple no. Okay, now we'll run the formula here. In my formula, the required value is in small letters. Okay, and here the value is written as proper case or a sentence case, which means the first is capital and the other are small, but it is matching the value of delivered, so here written as yes. Similarly, it is equal to small letters only, so the output is yes. Here I have written everything is in capital letters, but again the output is yes, because our if statement is case insensitive. Now last, not delivered, so it is not matching it, the output is no. So what should we do to make the exact case? So for this, we have to use the if statement with another function which is known as exact. Okay, so how we'll write the formula? If bracket exact, another formula. Then we'll write the formula as, again, if B108 is equal to capital letters in delivered, then the output is yes, else the output is no. Simple. If else, again here also. So we'll test this formula. The value is delivered, output is no, because our output requirement is in capital letters. Now here it is in small letters, again the output is no, because we have used the function as exact. And here we have written all in capital, So we have found our match. So this is the exact match and the value has come as true. So the output is yes. Okay. Now we'll see how we use the if function with the other operators. That is the and the or function. So here we learn to see how to use the AND function with the if statement. Okay. So what is the AND function? This function tests two or more conditions to see if they all are true. Remember, all are true. That means all the conditions should be true. If one condition is false, the output will become false. Okay. So here example is item to test 500 and 800. The formula is if this value is greater than or equal to 100, then and remember and only right now. Okay, and this value is also greater than or equal to 100, then only the function will become true. Okay, here if this value is greater than 100, first condition true, second condition false, so the output is false. Here first condition is greater than 100, no, it is false, but the second condition is true, the output is false because with the AND all my conditions should be true. Okay, so the syntax for the AND function is equal to AND bracket condition 1 comma condition 2. Simple. Okay, now see the examples. In the following example, show the list of examination results. Okay, the teacher wants to find the pupils or the students who have scored the above average in all three exams. So we'll write the AND function to use to test each score is above the average or not in all the three exams. For example, my average is 47 for maths, 54 for English, and 60 for this, what is called physics. Okay, so let's see my condition. Here I have given the formula as equal to and if this value is greater than or equal to average of this C28, C37. Okay, so if this value is greater than or equal to 37, then the function is true, or if it's not, the average is false. Okay, here Ellen score 80, 75 and 85, which is true. For Bob, he has scored above average, here below average and here below average, so his condition is false. Similarly for Carol, condition is above average, but here below average, so her condition is false. See for David, above average, so condition is true. Here again for Eric, above average, no, below average, condition false, below average, and here in physics he was absent, so condition is false. Now see here example, 47 Harry, 80 above average, 77 54 above average, 60 60 equal, because we have greater than or equal to the sign, so the value is true. Okay, so here we'll see this AND statement with if. Okay, now if and AND, two functions in one formula. So what is the formula here? A builder merchant gives 10% discount on certain product lines. The discount is only given on products which are on special offer when the order value is above rupees 1000 on above. And so here we'll use the AND function with the if statement to check that the product is an offer and that the value of the order value is above 1000 rupees. So here is the list of products. Here is they are on special offer or not, and what is the order value and what is the discount percentage. Okay. So what formula is written as equal to if bracket and the AND statement if this value is equal to yes, first condition, and the second condition is this value is greater than or equal to 1000, then the discount percentage is 10% of the order value. Okay, so this is formula I have written here in this cell. So the output is, what is the discount percentage? Product is wood. Okay, special offer, yes. So first condition is met. Second condition is the order value is greater than 1000. So this is also met. Both the conditions of AND are met. So discount percentage is 10% of the order value. So it is 200. So the total value comes out to be the order value minus discount percent value, which is rupees 1800 is my selling price. Okay. Now see another example. Here, say for cement, special offer, yes. First condition is true. Order value is greater than or equal to 1000. No, my condition not met. So there is no discount because I have written as in the else statement as 0, which means 0 discount. So the price comes out to be the same as rupees 500. Okay. See for turf, it is in special discount. So the first condition is true. Order value greater than or equal to 1000. Condition is true. So discount value is 10% of the order value. So which comes to be 3000. The 10% means 300 rupees. So the net value becomes 3000 minus this discount value, which is 2700 is my final price. So we'll see another example to make you understand. Here we'll use another AND function with the if statement. So here my formula is, I write down my formula here. Which means if and this value is greater than 47, this value is greater than 75. For English, it is greater than 54, and for physics, it is greater than or equal to 60. Then the student is pass, or else the student is fail. Okay, so we'll check. I'll just complete the formula. So this is my complete formula. So we'll check. For maths, for Anita, greater than or equal to 47, true. English, greater than or equal to 54, again true. And for physics, greater than or equal to 60, so she is pass. Now let's check for Bharat. In maths, greater than or equal to 47, true. In English, greater than or equal to 54, no. My condition is not met. For physics, again greater not equal to 60, so he has failed. Now we'll check for Chandra. In maths, greater than or equal to 47, true. In English, greater than or equal to 54, again true. So 2 out of 3 conditions are met. But for physics, he has not scored equal to 60 marks. So only 2 conditions are met. And what we have learned, that for the AND function, all my conditions should be true. So here again, he has failed. And for David, he is par excellence. All are above minimum value of 60, so he has passed. So here we have learned how to use our AND function with the if. So in my next, now we'll learn how to use the OR function. So here we'll use how to make use of the OR function. So what does this function do? This function tests two or more conditions to see if any of them are true. Remember, any. For the AND function, all terms should be true. For the OR function, any. Either of this or true, any one condition is true, the condition is true, else the condition is false. Okay? Which means or condition 1, comma, condition true. Either of the conditions should be true. So let's see the example. Handling charges of 500 is made on all order paid by the Visa or the Delta card. So will you make use of the OR condition. So these are my order number, this is my cost, this is my payment type, and what are my handling charges. So what formula I have written? Equal to if bracket OR. Remember, OR. Now what is my testing condition? If this value is equal to Visa, okay, comma, or this value is equal to Delta, bracket close. If the condition is true, the handling charges are 500, else the handling charges are 0. Simple. Okay. Here my here the payment type is cash, okay, which is not meeting any of the values, so my handling charges are 0. Okay. For product order number AB002, the payment type is Visa, which means Visa or Delta. Visa or Delta. Here one condition is true, so the handling charges are 500. Again, for order number 3, the payment type is check, which is not meeting my any of the condition, so the value is of the charges is 0. For order number 4, my payment mode is Delta card, which means this is Visa or Delta. So it is meeting my one condition again. So handling charges are 500. Simple. This is the most easiest function. Now we'll see example number 3. Now the formula is changed. Instead of AND, we have mentioned as OR. If any of this condition is true, then the student is pass, else the student is fail. Okay. So in my first condition for Alan, he has scored 80 in maths, which is greater than 47. In English, 75, which is greater than 54. In physics, 85, which is greater than C. So all conditions are true. Simple, pass. Is for excellence. Now my second student Bob, in maths he has scored 50, which is greater than 47. In English, 30, which is not equal to 54. And in also physics, he has scored 40, which is less than 60. But again he has passed. Why? Because of maths. And we have used the OR function. Okay. So out of 3 conditions, only one condition is true, but still my output is true, which means he is pass. Okay. Now we'll see for Carol. She has scored 14 maths, which is less than 47. In English, 50, which is again less than 54. And in physics, 50, which is again less than 60. So my all 3 conditions are not met. So she has failed. Okay, simple, understood. In AND function, we have to make sure my all conditions are true. But in OR, either one condition is true, my value is true, and if none is true, the value is false. As simple as that. So now we'll see the complicated part of this function, which is the nested if. Okay. Now we have come to the most complicated part. Not complicated, but nested, which means combining formula one inside the other. Okay. So what a nested is a nested if function refers to a formula where a last at least one if function is nested inside another in order to test for more conditions and return more possible results. Each if statement needs to be carefully nested inside another so that the logic is correct. Remember, while doing this, nested means if inside another if, inside another if, inside another if, which means one formula inside another formula inside another formula. So the syntax is if condition 1 value if true, comma condition another if condition 2 value if true, else the value is false. Simple. If condition 1 is true, then value if true, else if condition 2, then value if true, else value if false, and if. Okay. So we'll understand this with the help of this example. We'll often see nested ifs set up the handle or scales. For example, to assign grades, shipping cost, tax rate, or other values that vary on a scale with a numerical input. Okay, for example, here we have given the scores, the grades, and the conditions. Okay, so if a student is scoring between 0 to 63, his grade is F because my condition is less than 64. Second part is 64 to 72, the grade is D and the value is less than 73. Third scale is between 73 to 84, the grade will be C, the value will be less than 85. Fourth one is between 85 to 94, the grade will be B, the value will be condition is less than 95, and if he scores 95 between 95 to 100, he'll getting the A grade. Simple, understood? Our scoring factor and the condition and the grade. So first is if C40, which means this value is less than 64, the value is F. Remember, less, not less than equal to. Okay? Which means if his score is 0 to 63, his grade will be F. Now we are looping it with another if. Okay? If C40 is less than 64, the value is F, else if another if condition. Okay? If C40 is less than 73, comma, the value should be true, else, and the bracket closed, which is my second condition, which is 64 to 72, which is less than 73. So the grade is D. Now moving on to this scale. Okay. The formula becomes if first statement for this, if the value is less than 64, the grade is F, comma, if bracket again, if the value is less than 73, the grade is D, comma, again the if statement, if the value is less than 85, the grade is C. So we have write 3 if statements, so we'll close it 1 if, 2 if, and 3 if. Okay. Now moving further to my fourth statement, which is for grade B. Again, we'll write as first statement, if the value is less than 64, grade is F, comma, if the value is less than 73, comma, then D grade, comma, bracket again. For the third condition, if the value is less than 85, then C grade, again comma, again if statement. Now, if the value is less than 95, the grade is B. Okay. Now, what should be the false condition here? The false condition is if nothing is meeting here, the value should be A grade. Simple. Closing with the last bracket will close with the false statement. What? My condition if become false, the what should be my output? So the output should be A. Now we have mentioned as 4 if statement will close one by one. Will close the one bracket, one statement, two bracket, two statement, three bracket, three statement, and fourth with the first statement. So we will close the all the brackets. Okay. Now we'll see example. Here he has scored 64, which falls in this bracket or this bracket 64, because my formula says if his score is less than 64, then F. But his score equal to 64, which falls is this. So his output is D grade. For Akash, he has scored 34, which falls in this bracket, which is less than 63, 64. So he has come as F grade. For Anjana, she has scored 82, which falls in this bracket, which is less than 85. So she has got C grade. For Sagar, he has scored 91 marks, which falls in this bracket, which is less than 95. So he has scored B grade. For Dilip, he has scored 95, exactly 95, which falls in this statement, which is my false statement, because all other statements are becoming false. Dilip has not scored less than 64, he has not scored less than 73, he has not scored less than 85, he has not scored less than 95. So all these statements are false. So this will not work. And my false statement is because he has not scored in all the previous values. So his output is A grade. So he has scored A grade. Similarly for Rajendra, he has scored 100 out of 100, which is falling again in this statement, which is the false statement. So again he has scored A grade. Okay. Now we'll see another example. If B58 value is 2, then the output is hello. Else, if this value is 3, then the output is goodbye. And if it's any other value, the output should be 0, the false statement. Okay. Here the value is 2, then hello. And if the value is 3, then the output should be goodbye. So we'll test this condition with this example. Here I put the value as 3. So my output has changed to goodbye. And if I say that my value is 5 or 3, 5, the output is 0. Okay. Simple. If, and again the if statement, which is called the nested if. Now in this example again, if this value is less than 20, then the result should be this value multiplied by 1. Else, if this value is less than 50, the output should be this value multiplied by the factor of 2. Else, if this value is less than 100, then it should be multiplied by 3. And for all other cases, the value should be multiplied by 4. Okay. Now 3 if statement will close by 3 brackets. Now we will test. This value is 15, which is meeting my first condition, which is less than 20. So this value is multiplied by 1, which output gives 15. For second case, my value is 20, which falls in this again, which is less than 20. So it is not less than or equal to, but this meeting this condition, which is less than 50. So my output is 40, which is multiplied by factor of 2. Again here 40, which is less than 50. So again it's multiplied by 2. 50, which is not less than 50 but less than 100. So the factor is 3 times. So 50 multiplied by 3 is 150. So my output is 150. For this case, the value is 90, which is less than 100. Again, the factor is 3. So it is 270. And for all other cases, the multiplication factor is 4, which means this value multiplied by 4, the output is 400. Now we'll see another example for making you understand. If this value is not empty, then the output should be incomplete. Else, if this value is greater than or equal to 65, the output should be pass. Else, for all other conditions, the output should be fail. So in this formula, we have mentioned the criteria of passing marks as 65. If the student is scoring 65, he is passed, and for all other cases, he is failed. Okay. So now first student is scoring 15, so he is failed. Second 40, again failed. Third one 80, he is passed. Fourth one 150, so I remove it as 65, or I say he scored 64. So again he is failed. And for this I say no value is there, so value is incomplete. And I say for I say he scored 12, so he is pass. No, he is failed. Say I put the value as 64.5, again failed. 64.9, failed. But the moment he scored 65, he is pass. So friends, this is how we use the if function in the nested if conditions. The or function, again, any of the value is, my condition is true, the output is true, and if no conditions are true, the output is false. For AND condition, if my output is true, for that we have to make all the conditions given in the if statement as true. If my all conditions are true, then only the output will become true. Remember always, okay? So guys, hope you liked this video and you understood how to we make the use of the if, and or functions in Excel. So please do like my video, subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified of my new video. And if you have any comments, do share with me.